Welcome back. This weekend, the American Red Cross is hosting a blood drive, but this isn't just any blood drive. It's to honor Dr. Charles Drew and to benefit people with sickle cell disease. With me now to explain is Pastor Marcia Taylor, CEO of the Sickle Cell Anemia Foundation of Oregon. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. So let's start by talking about sickle cell disease. How common is it and how does it affect people?
Yes, well, thanks for having me. I love talking about sickle cell, getting the information out to the community. But sickle cell disease is a hereditary blood disorder. It's not contagious as many people think. Many people have thought that it's a black man's disorder, but it affects many different populations like the Greeks, Sicilians, Hispanics, and so on. And it affects over 100,000 Americans alone and millions worldwide.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk about the symptoms and kind of the day-to-day struggle with the disease that people have.
So symptoms can be just simply a headache, a backache. It can be fever. That might be the only thing in an infant, it's just a fever. And sometimes they're crying out because their pain is throughout the entire body system. So it can be jaundiced eyes, puffy hands, feet. And the thing about it is that sometimes there's nothing to see. So when our clients go into the ER room, they're often mistaken for drug addicts.
Oh, goodness. Talk about blood transfusions and how important they are for sickle cell patients.
It's really very important because we have clients that are often going in maybe once a month, every 6 to 8 weeks, depending on whether or not their bone marrow is producing enough red blood cells, or they've had chronic infections, and it's the blood products that keep them alive. It is so important for Afro-Americans to give because only one of 3 is a match for them.
Oh, okay.
And oftentimes they have rare blood hemoglobin, so it is critical for them to.
So the blood transfusions help folks ease the pain. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes,
Okay.
It helps ease the pain because in sickle cell, under certain conditions, it could be an infection, it could be a cold, it could be stress. When the round normal shape, sickle cells begin to break down and they form something like a crescent or a sickle, and I think that's where it got the name. So when they become sticky, they cannot go through the tiny vessels as they should. And even this causes blood clots, it causes strokes, and even in children, young people.
Yeah.
And this is why they would be going in for more blood products. And oftentimes if they're gonna fly, they're hyper transfused to help them bring the hemoglobin hematocrit up to a normal level.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. And you did mention this briefly already, but tell us more about how it's important to get African Americans to donate, to have a diversity of donors for the blood pool.
Oh yes. People often hear, oh, there's a low count for the blood. We need you to give blood. We really need people to give blood. I often say, be the match, because 1 in every 3 Afro-Americans is the match. I had a client that was in serious trouble, and they were seeking match blood for her, and they were looking throughout the USA. She had a rare type. On top of having sickle cell, she had cancer as well. And so we often think about cancer patients when we're talking about blood drive, but it also affects people with sickle cell. And there's different variants of sickle cell. Sickle cell anemia is the most severest form, but there's sickle thalassemia, there's sickle C hemoglobin, and we are so thankful for Dr. Drew. So the Red Cross is our partner, and every time there's a Charles Drew blood drive, we are there.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about him. What do you know about him?
Well, he actually revolutionized the storage, and thank God for that. So he's called the Father of Blood, and so appropriately. So I want everybody that can give give. We really need blood products.
Yes,
We do.
his work led to the creation of the Bloodmobile. So
Yes.
yeah, he was very important. And you can be important too. So the 21st annual Dr. Charles Drew Community Blood Drive is Saturday at the Red Cross Donor Center on North Vancouver. You can scan the QR code on your screen to sign up or visit redcrossblood.org. And if you can't make it Saturday, consider giving at a future event. Thank you so much for being here and
Thanks
sharing
for having
with us.
me.
Thank you.